Hey Sagittarius, it's Star with Eyes of the Stars Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. So this is going to be your January 2019 reading. We're starting with love. Let's see. Okay, express love through gifts. Giving a small token to someone expresses your love to them. Appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. I think you're experiencing a really beautiful energy in your relationships right now. And this is about really learning to, or not learning to, because it's not like you guys don't know how, but more consciously, I should say, enjoying like the simple things, the simple moments, even just having coffee with your partner in the morning, something like that. But there is definitely a lot of love around you, and it feels really great. And it feels really great after a really shitty time. Okay, so there's been some hard times in the past that it's behind you now. It's definitely behind you now. Now is the time for you to receive love, receive positive energy. We have the Two of Wands, so you're at a crossroads. I feel like this Two of Wands is, you know, the choice of how you're seeing things. Are you seeing the positive side, or are you choosing to see the negative side? And I feel like you're appreciating more and more in expressing gratitude. And this is really helping bring good energy into your surroundings. Okay, we have appreciate this moment with the Three of Pentacles reverse. And the Eight of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, so I feel like before there was maybe, definitely there was difficult times in this relationship that you possibly are just now getting out of, coming out of it, but coming out of it in a stronger way. I do feel like there was a sense here of somebody, maybe you guys were feeling like you were taken for granted, your partner was taking you for granted, or they just weren't giving you the attention that you wanted, or the appreciation that you felt that you deserved, or this could be vice versa. But love is all around you. We have the Three of Wands reverse. So the Three of Wands is about your ships coming in. But in the reverse, it's like you're not getting what you expected. Let me see. And we have the Four of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, I feel like there was a time here, or you're coming into the month of January feeling a little bit shaky about the relationship itself. It's almost like you didn't know how this was going to turn out. How is this relationship going to be? Is it going to exist a week from now, a month from now, a year from now? And there may have been doubts about how this person actually feels for you, how committed they are to you. But I feel like there's no reason to have any kind of insecurity. I do feel like the love is there. It's just a matter of getting on like the same page and the right page, to where you're both listening to each other, to where you're both appreciating each other and really working on the relationship. It's not, you know, relationships are freaking hard. It takes a lot of work, and it's a daily thing, you know. It's kind of like taking care of your house. If you don't take care of your house on like a daily or a weekly basis, it just will get all dilapidated before you know it. It's the same thing with relationships. If you don't put positivity into it every day, then eventually you will see the effects of that. And I kind of see that that's what happened. You may have like taken each other for granted, but I feel like there's a sort of renewal, a sense of renewal here. All right, so let's take a look at the Celtic cross. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. So it's kind of like what we were talking about. This is a card of reciprocation. So feeling like there is a balance in this relationship. I give, you give. I take, you take. What's mine is yours, what's yours is mine. That kind of thing. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. All right. Oh. Woo. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So changes happening in your relationship. And it's crossed by the Two of Swords. So big changes may be happening. Some of you could be moving. But there's a sense of uncertainty with you. That is what's challenging you. There's something like so many changes that maybe you're not going to know how to react to them, or you're going to think you don't have the clarity to kind of roll with the punches or something. Let's see. Yeah, definitely decisions here. We have the Justice card. Also, again, I'm getting like balancing. So there may be a lot of changes going on in your life in general. And it's going to be a balancing act in the month of January to keep your relationship, peaceful. To make sure that you're feeling appreciated, making sure that your partner is feeling appreciated, and that there's time given to the relationship, that there is like priority given to the relationship. Because I feel like there's just going to be a lot going on this month, and even probably this year, because we have two major arcanas here. And with the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel to me is almost like a year, like it represents a year to me. And so that being the first card, I feel like 2019 is going to be a year of major change for you. And then we have another major arcana, the Justice card. So it's going to be a balancing act this year to manage all of this change and yet keep a sense of balance in your life, in your relationship. Oh, wow. Look at that. In the past, we have the Ten of Swords. So there was definitely some rough times in this relationship, but there's a new beginning. There's like things are changing for the better. And I'm getting that for a lot of the signs, to be honest with you. These readings, I mean, not all of them, but I just did Leo. Leo also had, major changes happening this year, especially, starting in January, as well as like Virgo. So it is sort of a theme happening. Okay, near future, we have this Knight of Swords. How you see yourself is the Eight of Wands reverse. This is actually your card. This is Sagittarian energy, but it's in the reverse. So it's almost like you have all this energy, you're ready to go, but you can't quite move yet. And it may be because there's certain things that need to be buttoned up, decided upon. How your partner sees you is the Chariot. So they see you as, being victorious. They see the changes happening. 7 is all about changes. The Chariot is about change. So yeah, they see you in a very positive light. Like you're able to do it all. They have a lot of faith in you. Hopes or fears, we have the Three of Cups reversed. So you're fearing going back to that relationship the way it was before. That lack of joy, the hurt, the pain, the sorrow. And maybe that's what the decision is about. It's like, it's almost like, is this really in the past now? It's almost like, can I really trust that this bad time is in the past, and now we're starting the good times again? Is that something that I can trust? Can I bank on that and make, like, still plan my life around this person? Because I sense that you want to just close your eyes. It's almost like I'm seeing the Fool here, you know? Okay, we have the Magician reverse as your overall outcome. So let's take a look. A lot of major arcanas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune, we have the 6 of Cups. So there is a karmic relationship between you and your partner. You and your partner could be twin flames or soulmates. And I do feel like you're headed for a very happy and pleasurable time in your relationship, which is going to be a nice change because there was a lot of pain in the past. We have the King of Pentacles. You guys could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. And I feel like this person is sort of insecure because of everything that happened in the past. There is a lot of love. Like I said, this is a sort of a karmic union, twin flame or soulmate. But they were feeling a bit insecure. Let's see what this Two of Swords is. Okay. Clarified by the Two of Swords. So very strong message. There's definitely decisions that need to be made here. In this deck, the Two of Swords is peace. It's called peace. So again, I get the sense that this is more about not so much a decision. It's more about, can I trust that things are okay now? Can I trust that? I feel like the decision is to just let go, to not worry about going back to this again, to finally just letting it go, trusting that you can just let it go. But it's not just you. Your partner is feeling the same way. There is an insecurity here. Or it could be just your partner. And that's what is challenging you, because maybe you have this positive energy going on and you feel like everything is, you know, all the negativity is behind you and you just feel it in your bones. But your partner might be, you know, a little bit slower to get there. Maybe you need to give them a little bit of a push, a loving push, by assuring them that, yeah, all that bad stuff is in the past. This is as good as it looks. You know, it's not too good to be true, in other words. We have the Queen of Swords, you see? It's just not seeing. There's a lack of clarity here, a lack of surety. It's almost like somebody needs surety. Somebody needs a guarantee. Okay, Justice here in the foundation. Some of you might be dealing with a Libra, or they may have Libra in their chart, or Earth, like I said. Eight of Cups. So yeah, I feel like things got so bad at one point that it was like do or die. There was a do or die moment in this relationship. And you guys got so close to just walking away from this, that now that the wheel has turned and positive energy has come into your life, and you know, all the negativity is kind of like dissipating. It is almost like that. Is this too good to be true? Like this, did this actually happen? Did we actually make it? Yeah, looks like you did. So this is like, yes, it's kind of confirmation. You made the right choice by not walking away. And as I say that, we have the Seven of Wands. I feel for some of you it was more your partner who wanted to walk away. and you held them back. Or the other way around. You wanted to walk away and they held you back. But it ended up that that was the right thing. You had to, it's like the relationship was definitely tested. Yeah, it was definitely, this was like a testing period for your relationship to see how much do you really love each other? How much can you really endure? How much are you willing to fight for this connection? And it looks like you found out. The Five of Wands, you see, there was the end to conflict. Yeah. So the decision was either walk away or continue fighting. And you continue to fight. And you did it. So what happened here with this Ten of Swords? Okay, we have the King of Swords. I feel like what brought on all this pain was coldness. That's why either you or your partner or both of you were feeling unappreciated and were feeling maybe even unloved, because there was a coldness that started becoming the norm, or became the norm. We have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you guys had to hit rock bottom to really feel, you know, to be at that, how do I say it? It's almost like you were at a ledge. You were like right on the ledge, ready to just call it quits. And then both of you had to have gotten that urge to fight for this and to give it your all and to talk it out. I feel like there was a lot of talking out. Because it's almost like, you see how he's like reaching back? It's almost like you pulled these swords out of your own back. Like you were like, let's take this shit out and see what this is all about. And there was a lot of conversation happening here. And forgiveness. It was a huge process, very painful. Okay, Seven of Wands. In the reverse is what's crowning you. We have the Queen of Pentacles, reverse. Again, that earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Six of Pentacles, reverse. The Hierophant. Some of you are definitely dealing with a Taurus. Sorry, I have to, give me a minute. I feel a lot of the issues that were happening between you and your partner, especially if you're with a Taurus or another earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. Because this could also be representing like a commitment or a marriage. But it was like a lot of the work had to do with you bringing your partner's walls down. There was a lot of defensiveness, almost like you got to a point where your partner felt like they had, like you were somebody they had to defend themselves against. And you wouldn't think, you know, for soulmates or twin flames to feel that way is pretty huge, you know, because there is a synchronicity between soulmates and twin flames. There's a sense of belonging. So if you're with this person and there's barriers up, it's like feels very unnatural. And so I feel like that is what, okay, so that is what this uncertainty here is. That's why the challenge with this Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords, it's like you're uncertain, because I feel like you have overcome a huge, you know, this huge, the change that you've managed to pull off here. But it's like, can I trust? I feel like a lot of you guys are saying, can I trust that my partner has come as far as I have in this process? Or are they still going to be treating me like I'm an outsider? Are they still going to be distrustful? Are they still not going to appreciate me or make me feel appreciated? It's those uncertainties. It's like you feel the good energy coming. You feel like you've definitely overcome, but you're still a little bit iffy, like, is this going to last? Okay, so Knight of Swords in the near future. Knight of Swords is usually like a really quick energy. It could be communication coming in, some sort of news or a new idea or some action or something. Let me see. Four of Swords. The Empress reverse. And the Emperor. So I feel like there had been either a separation, a break. It could have been, I mean, I don't feel like it was long. You know, for some of you, it could have been like you didn't speak to your partner, or within the month of January. Maybe you're going to spend like maybe 4 days or even a month, 4 days, 4 weeks, or something like that, where you're not being very communicative, or you're just not talking to your partner at all. We have a couple here, the Empress and the Emperor. One is upright, one is reversed. So it's like not seeing eye to eye, not agreeing. So you decide to take a break, but I feel like that is over pretty quickly. I feel like it gets resolved pretty quickly as well. Yeah, I kind of feel like you guys have been through hell and back, and so you're not afraid anymore. That's what happened in the past. That's what led to this Ten of Swords, was that you kept on avoiding conflict, avoiding this, avoiding that, and it just made things get worse because of not confronting the issue. I don't feel like you guys are going to fall into that again, because there will be plenty of times where you're not going to see eye to eye. I mean, that's normal for couples. You're not always going to be on the same page. But I feel like now things are different. Now maybe you take the time to really think it through, because you have more faith. You know you've been through hell, and you saw your partner fight for you, and you fought for your partner, and you made it to the other side. Okay, because we have the wheel. Positive energy now here. So now, instead of running away or pretending like it never happened, now maybe you take a couple of hours or a couple of days or whatever to yourself to kind of think it through, and then you talk about it, and it gets resolved a lot quicker. So I feel like there's definitely been, you guys have like improved your relationship dynamic by leaps and bounds, and you did it all on your own. I mean, you could have gotten some help, because the King of Swords can be like a therapist, like an intermediary, like a therapist, a doctor, a psychiatrist, whatever, a counselor, marriage counselor, couples counseling, whatever it is. But you got through it. And even if you did get help, you know, you had to have done the work. Otherwise, it just would not be effective. But it was effective, because you know, you can see the change here. So yeah, there will be times when you just won't see eye to eye, and you will fight again. You will argue again. You know, nobody's living in a fantasy world. But I feel like the way that it's dealt with is a lot more effective now. So I hope that gives you peace of mind. So how you see yourself is the Eight of Wands reverse. No. Five of Cups reverse, okay? Ace of Pentacles. All right. So yeah, you feel like you see it happening. Okay, you see the new beginning here. You're over the past, but it's almost like things aren't moving fast enough for you. But I kind of feel Sagittarius should sort of expect to feel that way for the next few years, I would say, because you do have Jupiter in your sign. And so it's like you have Jupiter is your ruling planet. So you have all this positive energy shining on you and you feel it. I'm sure you guys feel like almost like invincible right now, like you can do it all, but time is not working with you, you know? So it's almost like, yeah, we have this new beginning and, you know, we're healing from the past and everything. And I know we can do more. So like, let's do more. Like maybe you and your partner, especially if you're with a Taurus, or, you know, like a slower moving sign, they're not going to move as fast as you. Because you guys, I mean, whenever you see the symbol for Sagittarius, you guys must know, it's an arrow. So arrows are freaking quick. They're fast. Not everybody is going to be at your speed. So don't let that discourage you. And that would explain why your partner sees you as the Chariot, because they see that you're going like super fast. I mean, this guy goes super fast. But headed in the right direction, which is the key. Ten of Wands. Ten of Swords reverse. Okay, so we have two tens here. So they definitely see that you're moving on from this past negativity. They definitely see that. From all the stress from the past, you're moving on and you're doing it in a very positive way. So they do recognize that. Just know that. Your fear is to return to that lack of joy. We have the Universe. You're really hoping that that era is behind you. And I do feel like it's a new cycle. You're coming into a new cycle of more joy and more happiness. Overall outcome is the Magician reverse. And we have the Hangman. The Princess of Pentacles. And the Prince of Cups. I feel like this is saying, you know, when you are going to come across moments where you may doubt yourself. Can I do this? Can I make this happen? Can I trust this person? Because I get the sense that there is sort of a trust issue, but it's not like trust as far as like distrust, as far as like in the, how do I say, in the traditional sense, to where, you know, what is this person doing when I'm not around? It's not so much that. It's just trusting that, like I said, like your partner has evolved as much as you have. And I feel like when you're feeling this way, you kind of have to, I think the key here is to see things from their perspective as well. Try to see things from both perspectives, always keeping in mind the love that you have for each other. So this is about, you know, the things maybe that you weren't able to do or able to accomplish as a couple. I feel like if you take some additional time, put a little bit more effort into it, and a more loving approach is going to help you immensely to really accomplish whatever it is that you want to with this person. Because I do feel like it's a destined type of union and connection that you have. So I think this was a great reading for you guys. It feels so exciting. All right, let's move on to finance and career. Oops. All right, let me give these a quick little shuffle. I knew there was something that was flipped over there. One more. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. Again, that's your card. So things happening quickly here with regards to finance and career. Things moving along. If you were stuck or feeling stuck, that is no more. That is the overall energy. We have the Five of Wands, the Tower reverse, the Devil reverse, Knight of Cups, and the Hierophant reverse. I feel like you guys are going to come into a time of more opportunity and a definite change from whatever the norm was. There may be some people around you who I feel are maybe trying to hold you back, or they just don't want to see. It's like it bothers them how quickly you are, how quickly you're moving, or how quickly things are happening for you. But you know, there is that sort of kind of lingering energy around you of like that you have to be careful with. Okay, so possibly jealousy, or you know, whatever you want to call it, because you're being presented with so much opportunity. And because you're going through some sort of transformation, like things, however you've been making your money, I feel like it's going to change completely. Wherever you're getting your money from is going to be like a different source. So you may be changing careers altogether. You may be changing a job altogether that you're not happy with anyway. And there may be some conflict, but I don't think it's going to affect you whatsoever. So let's see. And the conflict is, like I said, because of, I feel it's envy. People sometimes can't help themselves. They don't, if they're not doing well in life, they may be good people still, but, you know, these are like normal kind of shadow side emotions, or, you know, just ego-based type of things. And so when they're not feeling like their life is up to par, and then they see somebody else being successful, there tends to, you know, that green-eyed monster tends to creep up. Okay, we have the Prince of Pentacles reverse. Let me get one more card on that one. The Queen of Wands reverse. I feel like you guys, maybe in the past, there was this propensity to be held back by what other people say, or to remain stuck in a situation because you were always afraid of what other people said, and you were always trying to avoid conflict or avoid any uncomfortable situations with other people, at the expense of your own dreams, goals, or, you know, whatever, yourself. At your own expense, basically. So this is coming into the month. So this could be a thing of the past now, or it could just be, I feel like if it's coming out here, it's for awareness, to let you know that this is something that you tend to do. So cut it out. Don't worry about what people say. We have the Princess of Cups, which is the page, excuse me, the Page of Cups, reverse. So yeah, there's something that you're not quite confident to do. You're keeping yourself, like it's almost like you're holding yourself back because you're concerned about the people around you, what they're going to think, what they're going to say. You want to avoid any disappointments. Death reverse, but all you're doing is holding yourself back. So this is at your own expense. So you don't want to do that. You're going to have a lot of opportunities coming up for you, and you want to be ready to receive them. Don't worry about what other people are going to think. They're going to think and feel however they're going to think and feel, and that's their responsibility and their problem, not yours. Devil reverse, we have the Ace of Wands. And the Hermit. So you guys are detaching yourself from whatever situation it was that was holding you back. Partly, you know, your own fault, but you are going to be able to release yourself in favor of a new beginning here. And it's all about you. You know, the Hermit is all about introspection. It's all about you. I feel like there was a lot of lessons learned through some negative experiences with, you know, with what I was just saying, with caring too much about what other people say and holding yourself back just so that you don't disappoint other people. Okay, but you have to understand that sometimes the only way to make certain people happy is for you not to be successful, and that's too high of a price to pay. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups. Some kind of offering, a new opportunity. We have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, you're going to have new opportunities, but again, there is that propensity to worry too much, to overthink it. What if I take this? What is this one going to say? What is that one going to say? How are they going to feel? Is this going to affect them? Well, perhaps, but you have to do what's good for you. And not in a bad way to where, you know, you're selfish and you don't care about anybody else. It's not about that. I just get the sense that you've given up a lot to make others happy. And because we have the Devil card here, it wasn't being reciprocated. Nobody else treated you, you know, or gave you the same considerations that you were, you know, giving to them. So it's time for you to think about yourself and your future. We have the Judgment reverse. So yeah, overthinking new opportunities would not be the way to go. Okay, so definitely if you come to an opportunity, just go with your gut. If it feels good and you think that it would be, you know, successful for you, go for it. Don't let negative thoughts hold you back. Hierophant reverse. Prince of Cups reverse. It's actually the Knight of Cups, so it's the same card in the reverse. I feel like there's somebody around you who wants to keep you wherever it is that you are, or they're worried about you moving on. They don't want you to have like a rebirth, you know, to have any kind of change. They want to keep you the same. So they may be extending an offer to you, but it's based on fear. It's based on fear of you making some sort of big decision, perhaps to leave, because with the Hierophant in the reverse, it's like a huge change, like I said, in the way that you make your money. So it could be a change in where you work. You know, if like you work for ABC Bank, now you're going to work for XYZ Bank, or maybe not a bank at all. And that person who's trying to hold you back is going to be disappointed. So just be ready for that. But, you know, the overall energy is of movement. So change is coming. Change is happening. Movement is happening. And I don't think it's a wise thing to hold yourself back. We have the Magician reverse. I feel like this is insincerity. I feel like this person, whoever it is that's going to be upset because you're moving on or because your life is changing, it's really just, like I said, I feel a lot of jealousy here. It's not because they don't have your best interests in mind. They just have their own agenda and their own reasons. So just let them be and you do your own thing, because with that Eight of Wands, you just got to keep it moving, okay? So awesome reading for you guys. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.